Hey, what is up guys, and welcome for another Wulong build video. Now, I've shown off quite a few powerful builds until now, but this one just hits different. Not only is the damage so high, like literally insane, but not only that, you can survive almost anything. You have such ridiculous amount of healing that you can face tank anything in the game. There is this crazy new martial art that came with the DLC, and not only is it super strong, but it makes you completely invincible. Not only to just normal attacks, but even the red critical power attacks. It completely ignores everything, and it's definitely one of the new best martial arts in the game now. Although everything is still dependent on your morale, as being at lower morale than the enemies will still result in you dying, but being equal or higher morale will make you completely invincible. Also, this is probably my first build which I have made around using the Divine Beast a lot. They are not super powerful, but they sometimes can provide great benefits, plus they are just super cool to use. So let's get right into the build. The armor set we use for this build is the Grace of Nuwa. With this, we get a tremendous amount of healing from all the melee damage that we're going to deal. That's our regular attacks, martial arts and fatal strikes. The healing is a lot more powerful the more damage that you deal with your attacks. Seeing how strong some of the attacks and martial arts on your weapon, you can go from having no health back to max HP in just a few hits. Here you can see I'm very low on my health, then with just one slash I'm already around 50% HP. The healing is incredibly good. So for this build all you need is the full Nuwa set. Whether it's 5 pieces with 1 set bonus mitigation or just 6 pieces of the Nuwa set. So use whatever you can get your hands on. And now as for our weapons, we need a very specific weapon. What you want to get is the mellow chord. This is a new boss specific weapon that you can obtain by defeating Xiao Yu. You can get this weapon at the Xiao of the Beautiful Youth mission, which is the sub battlefield in the second expansion. This mission is pretty easy as all you have to do is kill the boss and you will get a chance at getting the weapon. He is a fairly easy boss to defeat, so you shouldn't have trouble getting a 7-star from him. The reason why we use this weapon in particular is because of the martial arts, the Serenity of Moonlight. This is what this entire build is based around. The description of this martial art is actually very misleading as it doesn't mention that you can't get staggered at all. But upon using it, you can see that even without enhanced defense, you can fight through any attack from the bosses. Even the red power attacks, you can just slice through anything. The only way you can get knocked out of this move is if the enemy does some special red power attack which acts like a grab. Those few unique moves will still knock you out. Or the only other way for you to get knocked out of this move is if you get inflicted with a status effect or if your spirit gets broken. Otherwise, from what I playtested, there is no way that you can get broken out of this move. It's completely busted. Even in most cases where you fight enemies with lightning attacks, your enhanced defense is useless as the lightning will neutralize that buff. But with these martial arts, it doesn't matter. No matter what you get hit with, you can't be knocked down. So this is definitely one of the top martial arts in the game right now. Although it gives you great armor, it can't be used in every situation. Which is why I have these 2 other ones that you can use. Turning Clouds is just great to have to fight enemies that just teleport and move around a lot, so you can close the distance to them very quickly. Then Moonbreak is the best one to use to inflict some really high damage and spirit damage as well. This is what you should use if you ever need a real quick burst of healing. Since the damage is really high, you can get some insane healing with this move, sometimes even in the thousands. The effects you would want to get on your sword is mostly melee attack damage and melee attack power. That is probably a good overall choice to get. Then since we use martial arts most of the times, we add in the damage amplification on martial arts for even more damage. Your ranged weapons don't matter at all as long as you have the great sets that I mentioned on them. For your Divine Beast, use whatever you like. It really doesn't matter for just a few percentages in damage or whatsoever. Use whatever beast you like. I love the new whale that came with the DLC and many of the other ones, so choose anything. For your armor pieces, once again use any of the pieces that give you the correct grace set. Try to get the Nuwa set on a heavy defense armor, as it will make your survivability even better. And as for your special effects, if you have 7 or 6 star gear, get melee attack damage in your premium slots. This is the most well-rounded option you can get to boost all of your melee damage. Then if you're using 7-star gear, on your second premium slot, add in Restore HP or Divine Beast Gauge Gain. The higher Restore HP percentage will be, the more healing you will get with all of your attacks. Then you can just add in a few effects such as lightning attack power, morale rank points gained, or even some extra buffs that you may want to have, such as damage reduction if you really need it. But melee attack damage, restore HP, and Divine Beast Gauge gained should be your priority. Then for your accessories, try to get those same effects if you can. The one effect that you should actually look out for is HP restoration from melee attacks, and hopefully get it in those premium slots so you get that double A effect. Pairing this and with your Absorb Vitality spell, then the actual bonus from your Nuva Great Set, you get a tremendous amount of healing from every single attack. Your spells mostly will consist of your Absorb Vitality to heal and Enhance Defense to reduce your damage taken, Overpower Burst and Amplify Damage to increase all of your damage from your martial arts. And then on your secondary set, all you really need is the Inner Breath to gain your Divine Beast more quickly. Other than that, you can go for any other spells that you want, whether it's weapon enchantments, attack spells, or just more buffs. Get whatever you like. Now let's have a quick look at our virtue points. We go fully into wood and fire so we can get as much DPS as we can on our main sword, as it benefits from A and A+ from wood and fire virtues. Plus wood also gives us a lot of HP, so it's great for this build. Then after those two, we just spread the rest of our remaining virtues. Earth to make us more lighter so we don't just roll where we want to deflect. Metal just to reduce the cost of our spells, and some in water just cause I like to use the water spells. And that is it for the build and everything you will need to put it together. Not only is the newer set great for survivability, but with this new martial art that makes you totally immune to any stagger damage, you can go completely crazy with it. Still, make sure that you are at a high morale or equal to the enemies. If you are at lower morale, you will deal less damage and hence you will get less healing, so you won't be tanky anymore. Always make sure to get your morale as high as you can. When starting off your fights, make sure to have your Absorb Vitality activated and all your damage bonuses with Overpower Burst and Amplify Damage. Get your Enhanced Defense and Inner Breath when you can, and then you're good to start any fight. Go in and get a few hits in to build up your spirit, and then once you are ready, just use your martial arts. No matter which boss you go up against, you should be able to kill them easily, and if not, the actual martial arts does a lot of spirit damage, so you can always perform a fatal strike to finish them off. Other than that, you don't really need anything else. Use your Divine Beast as much as you like, since you build up that gauge so quickly that you can almost use it for every boss you encounter. Plus, the gauge feels faster the more hits you take as well. And since this is a tank build and you will be taking a lot of hits, you will build that gauge even faster. Then many people have asked me where to find these armor set pieces, which come with the graces. And honestly, you can get them from anywhere. I mostly go around, play every single mission in 1000 Mile Journey, so I don't exactly know where they can drop from. But it's all RNG, so your best option would be to farm any mission that you feel comfortable with, or to fight the monkey boss for easy grace sets. I hope you all enjoyed the build, and I just got back from a nice time off with my family, so I will be making more fun builds for Wulong and other games as well. So stay tuned, I will catch you all next time.